What's up, guys? Welcome to CFMOTO-Vlog number 1. I thought that was a pretty clever name. So I'm on my way right now to do a little bit of a review on the ZForce 500. I'm trying to find a little spot for it. I got almost, creeping on 300 kilometers on this one, and another couple of 100 kilometers on my wife's machine. So I'm getting a little bit of experience on it. I got a nice ride plan coming up, the Hastings Heritage Trail. We're going to be starting off in Tweed. That's in about a month or so. I'm just trying to plan that right now. Well, yeah, so I'm going to use this as a little bit of an extended review with some of my thoughts, a little bit more in depth. I'm really enjoying this thing for what I wanted it for, which is these kind of trails. It's just perfect. The power is right on, so I use basically 100% of the power. On these trails, like stuff like this, going maybe a quarter throttle. The times when you do get to open it up is just like just beat on it. Like, how could I use any more power? The suspension is pretty friggin' awesome for an entry-level side-by-side. It doesn't compare with any of the utility quads on the market. You can really tell it's designed for some sport riding. So anyways, for this kind of stuff, it's treating me really well. I wouldn't really change a thing. For some of the sand, which I have ridden it a little bit in the sand, a bit more power, maybe with some different tires, I could see that being useful. But hey, it's a 500 trail. It's not designed for that, and it still does it fairly well. So the one thing I did notice, and you'll see, get a little bit of an idea of this coming up, these side hill stuff. So I'm not extremely confident in any kind of a side slope situation on this, for a few reasons. So pretty narrow stance. This stuff here, when you get a little bit of a side slope, it's not too bad, but start to feel it. I had the front wheels lift up on me a few times. Now, it's nothing you can't control, so you can feel it happening and then adjust, right, with some steering in the opposite direction. I would like some way to accomplish a bit more stability. I heard of guys putting spacers, like lug spacers, I guess, make the tires a little bit stick out a little bit wider. I don't know if I want to do that kind of stuff. For now, it's just something I'm aware of, and I kind of just adapt my riding a little bit, which hasn't been an issue for me. So I'm going to keep going ahead with that. So why did I buy this? We had two Sportsmans, which was great for going out for a ride with my wife. But we also have two kids, and they're getting older, and I wanted to involve them a little more in the power sports type stuff. So I figured this would be a great idea for my son and I to ride. And my daughter, my idea, which she liked, was for us to get 125cc quad for her to ride. So I did that. We went out for our first ride. My daughter just wasn't a fan of driving at this point. These trails were a little bit more rough at the time, so very muddy. It was the spring, so there was still a little bit of snow on the trails. and a lot of mud. So of course her 125cc wasn't a four-wheel drive. And yeah, I was getting stuck all the time, and it's a little bit tippy, and it made her a bit nervous, and it kind of scared her off at first. So I figured, hey, we'll give her a few more years and we'll get her out on these things a little bit to get used to how things are. So my wife and I traded our 2012 Polaris Sportsman 400, and we ended up getting another one of these. So we go out now, the four of us on two of these, and we've been having an awesome time. Both my kids now love it. My wife prefers the Sportsman, which I understand. It's a different experience, but she still likes this. And if it's a matter of us getting out or not, I mean, we're going to choose the side-by-sides every time. The only place that we were able to take these, the only place that we were able to take the Sportsmans, we can't take these, are situations where you get hung up, like high-centered, or just bogged down in the mud because you get hung up. So it's a combination of like a little bit longer wheelbase, a little bit less ground clearance, stuff like that. But something like what I just did there, I remember when I first got this, I was a bit nervous about that hill, and this hill in particular. When you get a little bit more confident, you realize that it's nothing. Really, this is nothing for these machines. And it probably, well, it certainly doesn't translate on camera to what it actually feels like and what it actually is. But you can hear the engine braking, and you kind of get an idea if you know a thing or two about side-by-sides and quadding. Some people taking a little dip in here. Anyways, it's definitely serving its purpose, and I'm still loving them, still having a great time, no remorse whatsoever. Okay, so just got done filming the review. Cement 4x4. So I think I got everything I need. I guess we're gonna find out. I had a few issues. Hey, a little bunny. Had a few issues with like some audio not recording when I wanted it to, and some video not recording when I wanted it to. I semi-scripted this thing. I wrote something, but I didn't stick to the script because my memory sucks and I couldn't read it. So I did about 50 takes of every paragraph, and we'll see if I can scrape something together without having it look too poopy. great. But it was a good excuse to come out for a ride. Not that you need an excuse. We've had some crazy weather up here in south central Ontario, I guess you'd call us. It felt like 40 degrees Celsius today, so it's pretty warm. I was supposed to go on my boat earlier. Ended up hanging out at home, and may go on the boat with the kids tonight, now that it's cooled off a little bit. This is me here. Places I'm trying to go this fall, it's called Tweed, Ontario. There's the Hastings Heritage Trail, and there's a campsite that I found which is really reasonably priced. It's right on Stokoe Lake, which is really good crappie fishing and muskie fishing as well. So I'm trying to rent it for a week. I would fish every single morning. I'd bring my boat down there, plus I'd bring these side-by-sides to ride the trails during the day. Be just an awesome time if we can pull it off. One of the cool things about that area is you can ride the side-by-sides on the road. Which I think is cool. I'd take the kids out grocery shopping on the side-by-sides and just make things a little more interesting for them. Just stuff like that. Plus interesting for me because I'm just a big kid, let's face it. The problem is I don't have a trailer that's big enough to haul both the side-by-sides yet, so I have to take one at a time. Luckily it's only about a 30-minute drive from my house, so it would take me a few hours back and forth to get the boat and the quads there. But if we settle down for a week, I think it would be well worth it. What do you guys think? I can't wait to get some good video of the trails. I'll make some fishing videos and boating videos and all sorts of stuff. I'm excited to be able to get back into it now. The trails, they have like some itineraries along the way, like there's some ghost towns and some old buildings that are abandoned and waterfalls and stuff like that, apparently. I've done a little bit of reading on them. It sounds like a wicked time. Oh, Jesus. Well, I didn't put that back on right. I wonder if I ran her over. I think it's okay. I took it off. Shit. I took it off so I can put my script thingy that I prepared, kind of tuck it into it, and I forgot to friggin' do it back up. That's not good. I hope I didn't snap her. Did not do that up. I'm gonna break this now. Oh, I'm so dumb. Okay, she's on. Whatever. It is what it is. Oh, looks all right. Some of the stickers got scratched up. I don't really care. I already got my pretty shots for the review. Now I can damage it. So I got a beard, full beard. but I noticed when I wear this helmet, it just looks like I got like a 70s porn stash. I've been using this thing pretty strictly in low gear. Anything around 35 kilometers an hour and below, I do it in low gear. I don't know how the belts are in these things, but I figure that would probably be one of the weaker links. And the motor is warranted for 5 years. So low gear it is. Now, I'm not a mechanic. If you guys have any better ideas, let me know. I'd love to hear it. I'm used to driving the Polaris Sportsmans, and I know their belts are pretty finicky, or I've heard the stories anyway. So I kind of stick to low gear with that, unless I'm riding some quicker paced trails. I'm kind of taking the same strategy with this. Get home. I don't know why I ducked with this full cage. I'm gonna get home. We're gonna fire up the old Royal King keg, charcoal barbecue. Put some steaks on there for the kids and I. My wife's at work. And I usually cook her one as well, so she can eat it when she gets home. Sometimes I end up eating that leftovers the day after. Hit this. Whoa! That corner there is really cool, but these trails are so tight and so thick, you can't tell if anyone's coming at you from the other side, so it's always a bit of a risk the quicker you go. That's it, guys. Approaching the end of the trail. It's been a pleasure. First one I've done on here. I think this is something I can do every now and then. I just got to find some other trails. I don't want to bore you guys by taking the same trails over and over again. But like I said, these trails are different. Fall, summertime, springtime. Sometimes they're filled with snow, mud, water. Excuse me. So yeah, it's you know, a few times a year I can ride this trail. You guys would never know it's the same trail. And it's pretty quick. It's pretty fun anyways with the changes like that. Another rabbit. Anyways, guys, I'm back to the road. I'll see you guys soon. Pinky swear. And I hope you guys keep enjoying my videos. Take care for now.